There are 7 hidden principles that together shape your entire reality. Known in ancient Egypt as the Hermetic principles, they closely mirror the wisdom of Vedanta in India. Every success and failure, every emotion and seeming miracle can be traced back to these 7 forces. Most people move through life without discovering them, and so remain victims of circumstance. When you understand them as living truths rather than ideas, you begin to live as a conscious creator. These principles are not just philosophy. They are like an operating system for the universe. Through the lens of Vedanta, they reveal why things happen as they do and how you can consciously shape your experience. The principle of mentalism says all is mind, the universe is mental. Everything begins in consciousness. The universe itself is a projection within the infinite mind. Vedanta echoes this. The world is an appearance in awareness, not ultimately physical, but a subtle mental field arising in pure consciousness. Your personal reality, too, is an appearance in your awareness, colored by your beliefs, tendencies, and identity. Clear the mind, become a witness, and deliberately hold a vision. Your reality begins to reflect it. The principle of correspondence is expressed as above, so below, as within, so without. Patterns repeat across physical, mental, and spiritual planes. The microcosm reflects the macrocosm. Vedantic texts say, as is the individual, so is the universe. When you deeply understand yourself, body, mind, ego, and the consciousness that knows them, you begin to understand the structure of reality itself. Inner work becomes the master key. The principle of vibration states that nothing rests. Everything moves and vibrates. From subtle thoughts to solid matter, all is energy at different frequencies. Higher vibrations are linked with love, clarity, and wisdom. Lower with fear, apathy, and ignorance. Vedanta describes the manifested universe as a vibration in consciousness symbolized by the primordial sound Om. Practically, this means you can change your reality by changing your state, moving from guilt, blame, and despair toward love, joy, and inner fulfillment. The principle of polarity teaches that everything has 2 poles that are simply different degrees of the same thing. Heat and cold are temperatures. Light and darkness are degrees of light. Love and fear are degrees of openness of the heart. Our suffering comes from treating the negative pole as absolutely real and separate. When you see fear as a low degree of faith or jealousy as a low degree of love, you naturally begin to move toward the higher pole. The principle of rhythm says that everything flows, rises and falls, appears and disappears. Day and night, seasons, birth and death, creation and dissolution, all move in cycles. Change is the only constant. Vedanta reminds us not to cling to what inevitably passes. What is yours today will belong to someone else tomorrow. The only lasting ground is the self, the consciousness that witnesses all cycles. The principle of cause and effect is known in the East as karma. Every effect has a cause, and every cause produces an effect, even if separated in time. What we call luck is often law we do not see. Your present circumstances are largely the result of past actions in thought, word, and deed. This does not mean fate is fixed. It means you are responsible. By acting consciously now, you plant the causes of a different future. The principle of gender says that masculine and feminine energies exist in everything. Vedanta speaks of consciousness, Shiva, Purusha, and manifestation or nature, Shakti, Prakriti, as the 2 aspects of the one reality. Within each of us, regardless of biological sex, there is a masculine side of vision, direction, and action, and a feminine side of receptivity, intuition, and nurture. Harmonizing these within ourselves brings balance creativity, and sustainable success. Vedanta finally goes a step beyond these 7 laws. It says that all these principles operate within Maya, the field of appearance, but your deepest nature is already beyond them. The ultimate goal is moksha, liberation from the cycle of birth and death, freedom from suffering, recognition that you are the infinite consciousness in which all of this arises. To know this not just intellectually but directly is to step beyond the game of limitation and rest in your own timeless, blissful essence.